Hola clase, this is Señora Plasted. We are finishing Chapter 3A, Desayuno or almuerzo, breakfast or lunch. This is Grammar and Review Part 2, and we are on week 13. So let's continue. So first, we always start with some culture, and some of these are going to be on your test as well this week. So, cultura, el mundo hispano, the Spanish world. El desayuno, breakfast. Existe una gran variedad de alimentos en el desayuno en los países hispanos. So there's a great variety of foods for breakfast in the Spanish-speaking world. En España se desayunan los churros con chocolate caliente. In Spain they have churros with hot chocolate for breakfast. En Colombia comen arepas de maíz o los patacones de plátano verde. In Colombia they eat arepas of corn or green plantains. En muchos países, la gente prefiere un desayuno ligero. In many countries, people prefer a light breakfast. Pan dulce, sweet bread or pastries, panecillos, dinner rolls, café o té, coffee or tea, y jugo, juice. El cereal, los huevos y el jamón y las salchichas son menos comunes. Cereal, eggs, ham, and sausages are less common. Cultura, Chile, frutas y verduras, fruits and vegetables. Los Estados Unidos, the United States, importa una variedad de frutas, import a variety of fruits. Durante el invierno, importan manzanas, duraznos y uvas de Chile. During the winter, they import apples, peaches, and grapes from Chile. Todo el año importan frutas tropicales como la papaya o el mango de México. So the whole year they import tropical fruits such as papaya or mango from Mexico, la República Dominicana, Dominican Republic, y otros países de Centro y Sudamérica, and other countries of Central and South America. So uvas from Chile, right? Chile on the southern hemisphere, during our winter, it's their summer. Cultura en vivo, churros y chocolate. Empezar el día con churros y chocolate es una tradición muy española so to start the day with churros and chocolate is a very Spanish tradition, and también de otros países de habla hispana, and also as well in other Spanish-speaking countries. Hay restaurantes o cafés que se llaman churrerías. There are restaurants or cafés that are called, churri stores, y se especializan en los churros, and they specialize in churros, or puedes comprar los churros en puestos de la calle, or you can buy churros in street stands. Los churros son pastas or pastries que se fríen or fried en aceite, oil. Lo típico es comer los churros con chocolate caliente. So it is typical to eat churros in hot chocolate, una bebida rica y espesa, a delicious and thick drink. Puedes tomar esta comida deliciosa en el desayuno o una merienda. So you can have this delicious food for breakfast or in a snack. Pero cuidado, but careful, no debes comer muchos porque tienen grasa. You shouldn't eat a lot because they're fattening. El español en la comunidad. Foods from different Spanish-speaking countries have become very popular in the United States, such as avocado, mango, papaya. So when you look at them, think of all the foods that you've tried. All right, and we're learning two things in grammar and review. In this video, you'll learn about the present tense of ER and IR verbs and me gustan, me encantan, when you're talking about plural objects that you like or love. All right, the present tense of ER and IR verbs. In this section, you'll be able to read, write, and talk about what you and others eat for breakfast and lunch and about everyday activities, and exchange information with classmates about favorite food and drinks. So, present tense of ER, IR verbs, pause the video and write this down. Make sure that you have the entire slide of notes. All right, and let's continue. So you remember, recuerdas, the present tense of AR verbs. Remember my song, O as a, amos an? Well, now, for ER and IR verbs, you literally change the A's to E's. So these are the new endings for ER verbs. O, es, hemos, es, en. And for IR verbs, it is o, es, hemos, is, en. So you have the verb comer, to eat. Yo como, I eat. Tú comes, you eat. Usted come, you formal eat. Él or ella come, he or she eats. Nosotros or nosotras comemos, we eat. Vosotros, vosotras coméis, y'all eat. Ustedes comen, you all eat. Ellos, ellas comen, they eat. The verb compartir, to share. Yo comparto, I share. Tú compartes, you share. Usted comparte, you formal share. Él, ella comparte, he or she shares. Nosotros or nosotras compartimos, we share. Vosotros and vosotras compartís, y'all share. Ustedes comparten, you all share. Ellos, ellas comparten, they share. Notice hemos becomes hemos from ER to IR verbs, and ace becomes is. All the rest are the same. Here are some ER and IR verbs you have learned. You need to memorize their definitions. So pause this and write this down. All right, continue. Comer, to eat. Beber, to drink. Leer, to read. Correr, to run. Comprender, to understand. Here's another IR verb you learned. Escribir, to write. And ver, to see or to watch. For example, nosotros comemos el cereal para el desayuno. We eat cereal for breakfast. All right, this is one of your activities that you would have done, but I decided to do it for you. All right, so you're using the verb compartir, to share, and you are saying who shares what with whom. So write the correct form of the verb compartir. When you see correct form of the verb, you are conjugating, right? Comparto, compartes, comparte, compartimos, compartís, comparten. So if you look at example here, Tomas blank una pizza con María. Tomas comparte una pizza con María. Drop the IR and add the new ending. Remember the endings are O, S, E, imos, is, N. Tú blank unos sándwiches con Ramón. Tú compartes unos sándwiches con Ramón. Nosotros compartimos unas papas fritas. Ustedes comparten unas galletas. Ellos comparten unos perritos calientes. Tú y yo, remember, you plus me equals we. You need the nosotros form. It would be compartimos unos plátanos. Y yo comparto una ensalada con mi amigo. So remember, using the subjects, you have to use the correct form of the verb or the correct conjugation. So anytime you see those directions, it means conjugate. Change the ending to match the person. All right, so here are examples of how you conjugate these verbs in sentences.
¿Qué come Juan en el desayuno?
Juan come pan tostado.
So what does one eat in breakfast, for breakfast? One eats toast.
¿Qué beben Miguel y Carlos en el almuerzo?
Miguel y Carlos beben limonada.
What do Miguel and Carlos, what do they drink for lunch? Miguel and Carlos, they drink lemonade. All right, second topic. Make sure you pause and write this down. Me gusta, me encantan. So you're going to be able to indicate and write about what you like and don't like to eat. Read and answer questions about a food survey and menu, and exchange information about food preferences, what foods you prefer, like or don't like. And that'll be what your writing test will be at the end of the week. All right. Me gustan, me encantan. Pause this, write this entire slide down. All right, and let's continue. Use me gusta and me encanta to talk about a singular noun, one object, right? I like it, I love it. Me gusta el té, pero me encanta el té helado. I like tea, but I love iced tea. Use me gustan and me encantan to talk about plural nouns. That means more than one object or item. Me encantan las fresas. I love strawberries, pero no me gustan mucho los plátanos. But I don't really like bananas, right? Or plantains, depending on what country you're from. So make sure that when you have a plural object like plátanos, fresas, strawberries, bananas. Use encantan, gustan. When you use me gustan and me encantan to talk about a noun, you still need the el, la, los, or las. Me encanta el jugo de naranja. I love, yes, the orange juice, pero no me gusta la leche, but I don't like milk. ¿Qué te gusta más? Las hamburguesas. What do you like more? The hamburgers or los perritos calientes or the hot dogs? You still need the el, la, los, and las in front, articles in front of the nouns, the objects. So make sure you keep them there. And this is what it would look like in a conversation.
¿Qué te gusta más, la comida mexicana o la comida italiana?
Me gusta más la comida italiana.
A mí también.
What do you like more? La comida mexicana, Mexican food, or la comida italiana, Italian food? Me gusta más la comida italiana. I like Italian food more. A mí también, me also. But look what happened here. The apples are plural. Me gustan las manzanas. Or you can say, no me gustan nada las manzanas. Or I don't like apples at all. Make sure that when the object is plural, you make it plural. All right, and preparing for your exam, what you'll need to be able to do, right? You can understand descriptions of what people eat and drink. Listen as 3 students describe what they typically eat and drink for lunch, which is most the kind of lunch you eat. Did they mention anything you could not buy? So let's see.
Siempre como una hamburguesa y papas fritas en el almuerzo. Por supuesto, necesito comer frutas y verduras, pero no me gustan.
¡Qué asco! Una hamburguesa y papas fritas. Nunca como papas fritas. Todos los días como una ensalada de frutas o sopa de verduras. Con una galleta, claro.
¿Cuál es mi comida favorita? Pues no como mucho en el almuerzo. Como pizza o un perrito caliente y bebo un refresco.
And you're trying to understand or help a child order from the lunch menu, but it's difficult. He's very difficult to please. He doesn't like anything white, and he refuses to anything that grows on trees. Which items from the menu do you think he would refuse to eat or drink? So you would need to know what these words mean. Hamburguesa, plátanos, pizza, manzana, ensalada, leche. So, and I can write a list of foods that I like and don't like. This is what you'll be able to do on your writing tests coming up. So, here are the activities you need to do. 14-17, core activity, el verbo correcto, guided grammar activity, me gustan, me encantan. Here are your quizzes for this week, these pruebas and instant checks. And you have your test and your paragraph. And this is what your paragraph looks like. Describe what you eat and drink for breakfast and what you eat and drink for lunch. Use only your notes in the model provided or it will be a 0. This is worth a test grade. Be sure to include the following: what you like to eat and drink for breakfast, what you don't like for breakfast, what you like to eat and drink for lunch, what you don't like for lunch. So, en el desayuno me gusta comer breakfast item y beber beverage. No me gusta comer breakfast item ni beber beverage. En el almuerzo me gusta comer blank y beber blank. No me gusta blank ni beber blank. And this is the translation, what that means. All right, make sure you get it done. Gracias.